Friends, welcome back. Today, now we are continuing Animal Kingdom. The next subtopic of Animal Kingdom is the classification of animals. There are two categories of animals, as I said, non-chordates and chordates. Non-chordates and chordates. Non-chordates are lowermost animals, lowest and primitive animals without a notochord. Okay? They are classified into 9 phyla. There are 9 phyla, plural, and phylum, H-Y-L-U-M, phylum singular. There are 9 phyla. The 9 phyla of non-chordates, 9 phyla of non-chordates can be in the short form P, C, C, P, N, A, M, E. P, C, C, P, Nam, A. So what are these P? P means 1. The first one. Phylum Porifera. P-H-Y-L-U-M. Phylum Porifera. P-O-R-I-F-E-R-A. Second, C. Phylum Coelenterata. I am not repeating phylum again. Coelenterata. C-O-E-L-E-N-T-E-R-A-T-A. Coelenterata. It is also called Cnidaria. C-N-I-D-A-R-I-A. Cnidaria. Second, phylum Ctenophora. C-T-E-N-O-P-H-O-R-A. Ctenophora. That is C. Okay. Now T. Fourth one, Platyhelminthes. P-L-A-T-Y H-E-L-M-I-N-T-H-E-S. Platyhelminthes. Now, Platyhelminthes, it is also called Aschelminthes. It is not given in the text. Aschelminthes. Platyhelminthes or Aschelminthes. Now, fifth one, Platyhelminthes. N. N is Nematoda. 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 Okay. Then 6A, phylum Annelida. Again A, phylum Arthropoda. Then 8 M, phylum Mollusca. E, phylum Echinodermata. So there are 9 phyla of non-chordates, animals without the notochord. We can say PCCP name in short. P, Porifera, phylum Porifera. C, Coelenterata Cnidaria. C, Ctenophora. P, Platyhelminthes. Then N, Nematoda. Then Annelida. Then 7th one, Arthropoda, Mollusca, and Echinodermata. We need not study all the examples, all the types of phylum in the order now. Then study it slowly, one after another, one by one. Okay? So now I'm going to rub this side. So non-chordates are of 9 phyla. Non-chordates. Let's study now the first phylum, that is phylum Porifera. As you have studied earlier, phylum Porifera are the smallest and simplest group of phylum, and they are commonly called sponges. It is not the sponge like the cushion sponge, it is very hard enough. These sponges are very hard enough. So phylum Porifera, example I am writing now, Sycon, S-Y-C-O-N, Sycon, Spongilla, S-P-O-N-G-I-L-L-A, and Euspongia, E-U-S-P-O-N-G-I-A. All these are coming in the Porifera. The general features I am telling now. Sycon, if I draw Sycon, you can draw Sycon here like this. Then Euspongia, you can draw like this. In all these type of examples, you can see one important feature. The body has large number of pores, so the name porifera. These pores are not simple pores. They are called the ostia, O-S-T-I-A. What is the function of this ostia? Water enter into the body through ostia from all the sides. Water enter into water along with water, oxygen also enter. Small creatures, unicellular animals also enter. So everything will enter inside along with the water. Ostia. At the center of this ostia, or ostia leads to a cavity called spongiocele. S-P-O-N-G-O-C-O-E-L. Spongiocele means coelom. Cele means coelom. Spongiocele. That is the cavity leads to ostia. At the top there is a big cavity, big opening. That is called the mouth. This mouth is called the osculum. Osculum. So ostia are body pores throughout the body, through which water enter inside the body. And ostia leads to a cavity called spongiocele. The water enter inside. Now, when the water enter inside, respiration takes place. Food capturing nutrition takes place, and waste materials mix with the water. That water will come out of the osculum. Fertilization is internal. Fertilization is internal. Okay. These are the major features of this item. So what are the major features? Presence of small pores over the body surface. Pores are called ostia. Ostia leads to spongiocele cavity. Then osculum is the major cavity. And during this water entering into the spongiocele, respiration, nutrition and waste removal takes place. Water with waste are removed out through the osculum. That is the top opening. That is called the mouth. Now the second phylum is coelentrates. Or phylum coelentrate. Phylum coelentrate are example Hydra, Adamsia, A-D-A-M, Adamsia, Obelia, any other, Physalia. All these are examples of coelentrates, very famous. Of this, the Hydra is most famous. You know Hydra. Hydra with tentacles. Then there is a mouth at the center. These are called the tentacles. So Hydra. So what are the major features of the coelentrates? Phylum coelentrates can be sessile. The individuals I have written here, sessile, maybe sessile. Sessile means fixed on the substrate. Free swimming means free moving. Sessile or free swimming. That is one point. Now the second point of coelentrates. The presence of tentacles. At the tip of these tentacles, you can see special cells called the nidoblast. or over the surface also you can see large number of cnidoblast. CNIDO DLAST. Cnidoblast are called stinging cells. STIGING, stinging cells. They can be used for defense purpose. So, because of the cnidoblast, the phylum get Cnidaria. Phylum Cnidaria. Cnidoblast are stinging cells used for defense purpose, and this cnidoblast are seen on the tip of this, what is called the tentacles, or on body surface. It is used for the defense purpose. Now, second pointer, the mouth at the center of this tentacles leads to a cavity called gastrovascular cavity. Gastrovascular cavity. So, gastrovascular cavity leading from the mouth. Tentacles are used for collecting the prey, food. That leads to the mouth. They will be digested inside the gastrovascular cavity. So, what are the features of these coelodrates? Coelodrates are animals with the tentacles. They are sessile or free swimming, particularly marine forms. Okay. Sessile or free swimming. Most of them are marine. Presence of cnidoblast, stinging cells. Then presence of tentacles. Then presence of gastrovascular cavity. Now, one of the most important feature of this are there are two body forms. There are two body forms. Two body forms. You can see two body forms you can see in this group. These two body forms are polyp and medusa. POLYP, polyp and medusa. MEDUSA. Polyp is sessile, fixed, and cylindrical in body shape. Cylindrical. For example, Hydra or Adamsia, you can see the body shape. You can see it is cylindrical in shape, almost cylindrical. See, cylindrical in shape. Such animals with the cylindrical body shape is called a polyp. Okay? Polyp, they are sessile, means fixed in some objects. They do not move. Then second one is medusa. Medusa is free swimming and umbrella shaped. Umbrella. How the umbrella look like? That is called a free swimming and umbrella shaped. Example, you can see Obelia, Physalia. Physalia is an example. Physalia is an example of medusa. Another important feature is that these two forms in some animals, some examples like Obelia, these two are interchangeable. Polyp become medusa on asexual reproduction. Asexually reproduce, polyp become medusa. Then medusa become polyp through sexual reproduction. So asexually the polyp become medusa, and sexually the medusa become polyp. It is found very commonly in the Obelia. So polyp and medusa are the two interchangeable forms of this. Okay, children. Thank you.